Welcome to episode 6 of NFT Shake. I'm here with Dan. Say hello, Dan.
Hi guys.
And what we talk about on this show is Solana NFTs, which are the new hotness in NFTs because they have lower gas and lower fees than Ethereum NFTs. We talk about how to make money. If you want to make money in Solana NFTs, this is the show for you. We look at the projects we're in. We look at mostly what Dan's been trading, but I do a bit of trading as well. We both invest. We love Solana because it's quick and it's cheap. And it's mostly very reliable. So first off, we start by talking about what we've been investing in. But this week we're doing a slightly different opener, which is to look at the huge news in Solana NFTs at the moment, which is the fact Solana NFTs are now kind of available on Opensea. Why don't you tell us a little bit of the background about this, Dan?
Yeah, it's interesting you said kind of available. So they launched this week, just a couple of days ago, which is huge news. Just opens up all the Ethereum NFT collectors to the Solana ecosystem.
And there's like what 100 or 500 times as much value, money-based value in Ethereum NFTs as there is in Solana currently, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
that right?
I think we mentioned this. I looked at the stats a week ago, and Magic Eden, which is 95% of the transactions in Solana NFTs, does about $1 billion in NFTs, and I think
is that a month or something?
Good point. Not sure. The reference, it was
that total value maybe?
Yeah, total value traded. It can't be a month. Maybe it is a month, but the comparison was when ME was doing 1 billion, Opensea was doing 250 billion.
So it's about 250x.
Yeah.
Right. So even if 1% of that comes in, that's a huge boost to Solana. So this is huge news in Solana NFTs. Now, I've been looking at this. If anyone wants to have a look at this, we'll put a link in the notes. It's kind of hidden on OpenSea at the moment. It's opensea.io/Solana-collections. And this will let you see the collections they've got listed. It's not everything. It's 30 or 50 collections, something like that. But they don't really come up on search very well. So it's definitely still a beta product.
They're adding more every day. They've got Bizarre Platypus, Dapper Ducks have been added. These were not there a couple of days ago. They're adding more each day.
Yeah, they're really going full steam ahead on this. But it's not coming up in search that reliably. We can't find everything we expect to be there. But to be honest, OpenSea search has never been that great, even for Ethereum projects. But stuff is on here. The floor tends to be a bit higher than Magic Eden. I don't know if there's arbitrage potential there where you could buy on Magic Eden and sell on here. I've tried listing a few things on here myself, or I did a couple of days ago. Most of them said they're inactive. So I don't know if that's just it's a beta problem, or have you listed anything on it?
Only one item, and it worked first time. It said it failed, but actually worked. That was it. I haven't checked it. Hasn't sold.
All right, brilliant. So we can't confirm if it's actually working, but stuff's happening. At some point in the future, once this is fully live and they start promoting it more, it should have quite a big impact on Solana NFTs. A lot of big Ethereum people, Bored Ape holders, people like that are discussing it. They seem to be getting into various projects. And this brings me on to something that's going to depress you, which is Cats on Crack, which is the floor on OpenSea on this is 43, which is pretty close to Magic Eden, which is I think 38 at the moment. So Cats on Crack is something I got into at 16 just because everyone was talking about it. Do you want to tell your story about it, or are you too depressed to?
I think I told. I think it's on a previous episode.
So that's a touchy subject.
There was one other. I remembered one other thing that confused me. Right, so we'll talk about these things. They're a little bit embarrassing, but why not? So
we've all been there, mate.
Yeah, I was trying to get on the Twitter. It was notoriously hard to get onto. It was closed. Not Twitter. Sorry. I tried to get the Discord via Twitter, and it was called Cats on Crack, spelt with cats and crack spelt correctly. And then their Twitter got shut down for some reason. And then they had like Cats on Crack 2 or whatever. And then when it actually launched, I couldn't get into the Discord. I never made it in. Then when they minted and launched, it was on ME. It was Cats on Crack. And I was thinking, is this a fake one? Is it the real one? And they were 2.45 at the time. And I looked at it, and then I went to check elsewhere whether it was what was happening. Couldn't check the Discord because I couldn't get in. And whatever happened then, I got sidetracked.
Yeah, so easy.
And I never went back. I got lost down a rabbit hole, completely forgot all about it. And then like 2 days later, I thought, oh yeah, Cats on Crack. And they were at 6.
Do we know like why they changed the name? I'm guessing it's because if you got the word crack in, it's not very child friendly or something. Maybe they got booted off maybe they got booted off Twitter because of that. I don't know.
Not sure. Yeah, but it used to be Cats on Crack. This is the new. They changed it for some reason. Someone may be able to tell us in the comments, or I'm in the Discord now, so if I could be bothered, go and find out. But
I know it's an emotional subject. So you would have minted at what, 2.5?
No, I couldn't. I wouldn't have been able to mint. But my intention was to ape into this, and then because I wasn't confident this was the right one, I didn't do it. And then they were at 6, and I thought, oh, it is the right one. And then at 6, I thought, well, I'll wait. I'll try and get them at 4. And then they're at 10, and then they're at 16.
Yeah, it's the same old story, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So now I'll be, if I can get one for 30, I'll be happy.
I mean, it could happen. It's NFTs are very volatile, so.
But yeah, this could be the one. At the moment, I've still got the Bored Ape still hurts a bit.
Yeah,
this could hurt more if this goes to Bored Ape level. Then yeah,
we just have to move on with our lives. Yeah, we both had the chance to buy Bored Apes and we didn't. Anyway, let's not get into that again. So Cats on Crack are doing really well. Lots of Bored Apes owners seem to be buying them. It's got a lot of hype around it. Floor is up to 38 on Magic Eden, 43 on Opensea. So that seems to have a lot of buzz. On to the next tab. Anything more on Cats on Crack? Or?
Well, there's one other thing that put me off a little bit. It's because they didn't really have much utility. So they had a good community, and they'd done really well in building that hype. And I just thought there was a chance that it would go. I knew it had a good community, so that's normally a good thing. That's a good sign, right? But they had no utility whatsoever. There was no staking. It didn't tell you what you could do with it. And I was a bit hesitant for that reason as well. So that's probably another reason why I didn't go all in on it. So yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to pick the big ones. I mean, it's completely reasonable what you're saying there. But at the end of the day, you're a loser and I'm not. So let's go to the. No, I'm joking.
That's all right. I'm a winner. I'm currently a winner on Portals.
Yeah, you've done pretty well on other stuff like Portals, for example. So
when Cats on Crack hit Portals, I'm expecting a call from you or
right.
So yeah.
So tell us about Portals for those who are not familiar.
This is so sick. I love Portals. So they've launched their downtown, and you can run around. It's a very small, dense metaverse, and there's interaction. So there's like when you go to a shopping center, and there's like the map you can look at, and you can click it, and you can see what shops and stuff are there. Well, they've basically got those inside downtown now. And
Portals is like a metaverse that you can hang around in.
Yeah, it's a small, dense city metaverse. And Portals, Ivories are the rooms you can buy, and that's your ticket into downtown. And the Genesis cards also your ticket into downtown. So they're making the whole downtown like interactive. And so far it's very early stages. We've got these interactive information boards you can click on. And they're starting to drop some teasers about this silver key hunt. Now, I really recommend, if you've got an hour or so, doing the bronze key hunt, which is still available on their website. It's a lot of fun. It's cool. They're just showing you what's possible with Portals, with metaverses, and there's kind of like some tasks that you have to do, and it's just done in a really coal way. And as soon as I did the bronze key hunt, I thought I love this project. I'm buying one. It was 10 Solana at the time. Solana was $2,000 at the time, so it's $2,000 investment. And I didn't think twice. I just thought, I'm getting it. I just love what these guys are doing.
Was this before the Facebook Meta announcement or afterwards?
About the same time-ish.
Because that really seems to have given a huge boost to all the metaverse players and stuff.
So I would say similar time, yeah. So if you did the first 100 people to complete the bronze key hunt got a free ivory NFT, which is now worth 63 Solana, all-time high 95. So that was given away for free. So I'm really intrigued as to what you're going to get for the first 100, first 1,000, however many people to complete the silver key hunt. And they're starting to drop hints on it. So one of the hints so far is you have to become like a detective in this one. And
hold on. So you said something about a bronze key hunt. People can do that now.
You can do that now. That's a demo. I really recommend doing that because it's a lot of fun and it just shows you what's possible.
And that's the one that if you did it a few months ago, you would have got airdropped something that's very valuable.
Yeah, you got the ivory, which is now 63 Solana.
You've got one of those, right?
Yeah, but I paid for mine. I did the bronze key hunt. I found it, but I wasn't in the first 100 people, so I didn't get it. I didn't get it for free.
So in theory, they should do something similar with the next key hunt.
I would think so. I don't know if they'll give away an ivory for free because the value now is so high. But maybe they'll give away some Genesis citizens cards. Maybe there's talk of some pets coming that maybe you can have a pet in downtown. So maybe there's going to be airdrop some pets. Maybe that's their next NFT drop.
Seems like an obvious one, doesn't it?
Yeah, but there's I'm gonna keep an eye on this silver key hunt, and there's some characters. They're putting characters inside the game that you have to interact with to solve the to find the key.
Sounds a bit like Monkey Island or one of those games from back in the day.
They've there's something cool which you'll be interested in, right? So they've said that there's an underground station. And that's part of this. And they dropped some shots of this months and months ago now of what maybe downtown will look like. And it's the underbelly that we wanted. It's not the bright, sunny, happy downtown.
Train station.
Yeah, it's the smoky, dark.
Blade Runner.
Yeah. It looked just like that. Nice. So, yeah, I think that's going to be cool. I think they're just going to... I can just see this going to 200 Solana. So I'm holding mine, and it might just be a lifelong hold. It might just be one that you just got to hold on to for like 20 years or something. It's
going to be interesting to see where it goes. So when will this silver be launching? We don't know the silver key hunt, but you'll announce it on here, right?
Any day now. So if the Genesis cards have come down, so they're at now 3.85, which is the lowest they've been. There's reason for that. They're releasing the standard.
Portal
cards.
Citizen card.
Yeah, so you've got these are the citizens cards, which gives you a pod and access to downtown. And I think on the 13th of April, they're airdropping standard citizen cards. And if you own a ivory, you get 3. If you own the next one up, I can't remember the name of it, Opensea or something like that, I think you get 30 cards airdropped for free.
Wow.
So the value of those is going to be low. I don't know what, but that will also drive the price of everything down because people get access cheaper, right? So I think they're all going to come down a little bit in price. If you're looking to get in, I mean, anything under 50 for a portal.
Well, I think your mic's. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm on a temporary. I tapped my key.
Is that your webcam on your laptop?
Yeah. So I've got a better webcam, but I didn't attach it very well. And,
it's a good job you're wearing pants today. I know normally.
Yeah.
Naked
normally I don't. Lucky. Yeah. So and I won't touch the laptop anymore. I'm temporary. You're
a bit higher than, but can you move it down slightly? You're triggering my OCD here.
Getting vertigo.
There we go.
Hold up.
It's always a professional production. Guys, there we go. All right. Sorry, what were you saying? That's cool. That's cool.
All right. Forget.
portals.
Oh yeah, so
cards?
if you can get it for under 50, I think is a good buy for an ivory. Anything under 3 for a Genesis, I think is good. But I mean, 3.85 is as low as it goes. So if you're looking to get in, I think now is probably a good time.
Did the Genesis get airdropped any of these new ones at all?
There's some utility with the Genesis, but they haven't said what.
But you're not going to get one of these new cards.
Yeah, I'll get 3. I'll get 3 because I've got an ivory.
No, but if you hold a Genesis card.
No, you don't get any airdrops with the if you hold.
Which
a Genesis.
is actually called a Citizen card, even though it says Genesis on it. Just in case people are confused.
Yeah, it's the Genesis Citizen card, and then there's a standard Citizen card.
And that's the one that's coming next.
Standard is coming next, yeah. But
and that's for homeless people who are going to be living on the street who don't have a pod, right?
Yeah, but then I did see that there maybe is a pod for them, just a very small one.
Like a coffin hotel.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So, I don't know. The fact that they haven't said the utility for the Genesis Citizen card makes me feel like they don't 100% know what it is.
I mean, I think everyone's making this up as they go along, aren't they, to be honest?
Yeah, so that one there, what is that 3.85, 3.58?
3.98.
3.9, okay, so some of them are sold today. That could prove to be a massive bargain if the utility for these is really good. And I saw it at 3.8 and I was thinking, ooh, like maybe get another one. Because I can see these being, if the utility is good, I can see them being 10 quite easily.
I don't know, just for me, it could be massive. It's just a kind of a mystery. I don't know who's going to use these and what they're going to use them for. That doesn't mean no one is. I just genuinely don't know. Yeah, which means it could be a good buy.
Basically, downtown is going to be a game. There's going to be stuff going on, like these silver key hunt like challenges. It's going to be fun.
The thing is, nothing like this has ever really existed, has it? So we don't know if it's going to be successful and if people are going to do it.
I liken it to Home on the PlayStation 2 or 3 maybe, where they had. Do you ever play that? The Home?
No, about PlayStation.
So it was pretty much like this. It was like there was a cinema that you could go to. You had your house, your apartment, or whatever. But it's kind of like once you've walked around it once, you kind of like, what's the point? It
also reminds me of there's a cinema in a program whose name is escaping me on Oculus Rift 2, where a lot of people hang out and watch movies in VR in there, and that's quite a popular VR community. So there's something here that people
that I can see. Like. That I can see when you've got your avatar. Oh, so they're also integrating avatars. And that's I can't find one I like. I don't like jelly beasts. I just don't like that.
Oh, avatars from other collections.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Like drippies. There's another one I can't think of the name of, which is a bit too.
What about Money Boys? Are they doing that? How does that work in 3D actually? So anyway, I think. Yeah. Who knows what they can create out of this? Like I said, it hasn't really existed before in terms of how much development you can put into this. Like the PlayStation Home wasn't that successful, and it was just only PlayStation people, users, and there was no other like nothing else you could interact with it. You just walked around and chatted to people. Whereas this, there is more. There are games you can play. You have to chat. You have to complete tasks. I really think businesses will use it in terms of product launches. I can see that being really, really big. Could be.
But then there could be another one that just does it on the moon, right? Which is just way, way cooler than just a city.
It's really unclear what's going to happen. But in terms of just investing, making money on Solana, these have worked really well for you. So you bought your ivory card at, was it 10 or 20?
Yeah,
10, and now it's up to like 50
63,
or 60.
63,
so that's
what is it now?
64.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I regret not selling it because I've got number 582. It's which is the NFT shake room, by the way. So if you're in downtown, go to building 1 and go to room 582, and you'll see the NFT shake.
And we'll be recording from there at least once, maybe more than once.
Yeah. I regret not selling it at. I think I could have got 100 for it at peak.
Oh, so wait. You regret not selling an NFT at the top of the market? Wow, that's unusual.
Breaking news. Yeah, because I could have bought 2 at 50. I'm still very happy that I've got it, but I could have 2 now.
Yeah. None of us can know when the top of the market is, right?
Yeah. Never mind. So
it looks pretty good. So anything else on portals?
No, let's move on.
Okay, Panda Dogs.
Right.
What is Panda Dogs?
Okay, this is a tank shoot 'em up, play to earn game, very addictive. They've got another season coming up, which will have Solana for the winners. It was 69 Solana prize pool last time. Hopefully it'll be the same or more this time. Top 10 get Solana, 11 to 20 get tanks.
You don't have to pay to enter, but you do have to own a Panzer dog, right?
You have to own the dog. Yeah, you don't have to own a tank, but you do have to own a dog. The floor on those right now is 2.5-ish. I picked up another one this morning, woke up. There was a sweet rare for 3 Solana. Opened my laptop immediately and got it. So at the moment, you can stake your Panzer dogs and your tanks to earn C Panzer. And if you find an NFT or a Panzer dog with a rarity of less than 2%, it's beneficial for staking. You get more Panzer, and also beneficial for tank generation. So this is what the main point of talking about today is they're bringing on. You can just about see it in the Twitter there. They're calling it the tank garage. So
or garage for Americans who say that word wrong.
Yeah.
Where are you looking here?
Yeah, down a bit. Yeah, that tank spinning around.
Oh, this one here.
Yeah, so that's the garage. So the tanks are made up of 3 parts: the tracks, the body, and the turret. And you'll be able to break that down, break your NFT down into 3 parts, sell the individual parts, or swap them in between your tanks and build like a perfect, build better tanks.
But this is where I'm not clear. If you have a more expensive turret, does that make the game better, or is it a trade-off? And if it's a trade-off, why buy a more expensive turret? And if it isn't a trade-off and it's better, isn't that pay to win?
Yeah, so they all have different traits. There is a trade-off. So if you have a turret that fires 3 bullets at once, the strength of those bullets is less. And also, it will maybe make your overall tank turn a little bit slower, or the reload.
So why pay a lot of money for anything then?
Well, there's loads of different configurations. So you could have more energy, so it takes longer to kill you, but you're slower.
So there is definitely some trade-off.
Yeah, there's trade-offs with everything.
Are you telling me if I came in with $1 million and bought the best possible tank I could get, would that be an advantage to me playing the game than a cheap tank?
No, I don't think so, because at the moment, what may transpire is that the perfect tank could be nimble tracks with a blitz body and a oiled turret.
Well, there's probably some kind of playing style aspect to this.
And there's always the playing style, yeah. So, and it's quite hard to find your playing style as well, right? So I don't think there is going to be a dead set.
Shall I tell you what my playing style is?
Yeah.
Winning. That is the main playing style that I've been concentrating on. It's not going that well at the moment, but I'm sure it's going to get there. So I'm still not clear, and I don't know if you are, about whether more expensive stuff is actually an advantage or if it's just different. But I guess we don't have to know. It's a fun game. You're enjoying it. There's Sol on the line. It's live. They're coming up with season 1.
Yeah. See, so they're still on season 0, and they keep just redoing season 0. We've had season 0 part 2. The next one is probably season 0 part 3, or it could be season 1.
Which implies that it's not 100% finished. It's beta or whatever.
Yeah, beta stage really. But I mean, it's fully working. But there's only 2 maps. You want more maps. There's land sales to come later on this, so you can own your own map, make your own map, and if people play your map, you get kickback in Panzer, which is very, very cool. But
that's the token.
The point I wanted to make was when you have your Panzer dog and your tanks, you can burn 5 common parts of, say, 5 common turrets, and that will give you a rarer turret by burning them. So they've got a burning mechanism within the tanks, and the Panzer dog's rarities affect how rare the part that you create from the burnt items is. So that's why it's worth having the rarer Panzer dogs, purely because you can then make rarer tank parts, which should be more valuable. So I think they've updated their white paper on this recently, and if you read it, I went and bought 2 tanks immediately after reading it, because they were only 0.5, and I'm just so bullish on it because the way this team are going about it, they've really thought every step through. The tokenomics are really well thought through. Yeah, so that's the update. The garage is coming, another season coming. What are the tanks priced? I think they're about 0.55 still, 0.6 maybe.
Give me a second. Yeah, so I mean, one of the best things to know if an NFT project is good is that are they continuing to work on it? At the very least, that shows that it's going to be interesting to people, and people aren't just going to leave the project. Because as we were saying earlier, like, if it's very hard to keep momentum going on a project, and if you keep developing it, keep doing new innovative stuff, then that should keep interest going, and they seem to be doing that pretty well.
Yeah, these have got history in game creation, like 200,000 downloads on like Apple games, and their plan is to make this a mobile game as well. And I can just see this being huge. I mean, I don't want to overhype it, but I mean, I own 4 or 5 Panzer dogs, 8 tanks, maybe.
I actually bought 1 Panzer dog last week.
Oh,
yeah, because it's going to be listed on Opensea. That's the main reason I did it.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they're one of the launch partners. They're one of the first ones who launched.
So do I have to stake that?
Yes.
Okay, I need to get onto that.
Yeah, you'll get Panzer for it. So what is the floor there? 0.59.
Yeah.
So the floor on these tanks was 1.8 before the start of the last season.
Some Ukrainian tanks there. That's good.
Yeah.
Is that a coincidence?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good job they didn't do any kind of countries on these. They kept them kind of generic, although obviously they've got...
Could have been good. I mean, I don't know.
Ukrainian colours, yeah. So I think these are going to be minimum 1 when the next when the next season starts, and you can actually earn Solana again. I just think it's going to be, they're going to be back to 1. So I bought as many as I can at sort of 0.5, and I'll be flip trying to sell them when hype is there, when people want to play the game, they want their tanks. I'll be flipping some for probably one Solana, just doubling.
Great. Well, keep us updated on that, Dan. Okay, finished with Panda Dogs?
Yeah.
On to Degen Dojo. This is a very striking website.
Okay. I got another story for you on this one. Right. So shout out to Jersey for this, because he did tip me off on these.
So what not to do in NFTs?
One of his videos.
Ladies and mainly gentlemen.
Yeah. So there's plenty of hype around it, and so this thing I'd normally do. Right. If I start to hear 2 or 3 other YouTubers talking about this, or I'm seeing it on Twitter, I think, right, it's got something, right?
Cody on Chain was also talking about this.
Right. So yeah, and if they're talking about it and they're the highest, they have the highest viewers on Solana NFT stuff, people are naturally going to be checking it out. So I went to the Discord, joined the Discord, joined the Twitter, turned notifications on, was scrolling through the announcements, and it said what their whitelist token address was. Fantastic. Exactly what I was too late for whitelist, but if they've got the token, I'll go and buy it on Famous Fox. We've done a video on this if you want to go back and look at that. And I picked up 3 tokens for 0.1 each. That's 0.1.
So $10 ish. Maybe
yeah,
14.
Yeah,
or 15.
12 to $14 at the time. So right, picked up 3 of those. Also picked up one for the 15 sold to $1 million challenge. That one I got a 0.15, and then was considering getting more, and was just chatting to people in the Discord, and someone said, "This is an unlimited mint. Why is it an unlimited mint?" And one of the mods said, "Yeah, it's unlimited, so you can mint as many as you want with 1 token."
Is that what unlimited mint means?
Yeah, that's I verified it with a mod, and questioned it, and everyone was moaning about it. And I was like, well, I don't need 4 of these tokens because I just need 1. Because if it's unlimited mint, and then I also thought, well, if it's unlimited, then I'll be lucky to get more than 1 because there's so much hype.
Maybe unlimited means something else.
Well, they changed their mind on it. So, but not before I sold my 3 other tokens. So I sold 3 tokens for 0.15. So I actually made 0.15. So bought 3
Big
at
money.
0.1.
Big money.
So yeah, well, I thought, okay, well, it's paid for my other one, right? So I've got 1 whitelist token right now, which cost me nothing. Happy days normally, but then they changed their mind and said, no, it isn't unlimited mint. It will be, but the token will be burnt. You only get 1 NFT per whitelist token. And as soon as I heard that,
having an unlimited mint is pointless. Someone could mint all of them and then go and sell them to people, or use bots, or
exactly. Which is why they perhaps I should have foreseen that and thought, well, surely they won't do it. But I didn't know that for sure. So I thought, what I'm going to do is going to sell 3. That means I've got my 1 for free. If I'll at least get to mint 1. But what happened then? By the time I'd been in the Discord and found this, I went to Famous Fox, and they were selling for 0.4. So the ones that I just sold for 0.15 were now worth 0.4. So I thought, okay, gutted. That didn't work out. If they go back down to 0.2, I'll buy some. They've kept going up. They're now at 2 Solana just for a whitelist token.
When is the mint?
Tomorrow, the 9th.
And you have 1 token.
I have 1 token I could sell right now for 2 Solana.
That's a lot of money for a whitelist token.
Pure profit, because I've already paid for my whitelist token by flipping the whitelist.
So how did you get this whitelist token? You just bought it on Famous Fox.
Yeah. So the other sort of interesting thing is the token was listed in their website, but it wasn't verified on Famous Fox. And then someone else in Discord was saying that's fake. There's no way how that it's not verified. It must be fake. And that kind of put doubt in my mind that maybe it was fake. But by the time they'd corrected their unlimited mint situation, it was verified. So I was buying it unverified, which is a bit of a gamble, but to get it from the Discord, so I felt kind of safe. But now I wish I'd have bought 10 of them at 0.15, and then I could have just made 8 Sol already and still had loads to mint. But there we go. Just more lessons learned from the pros.
Yeah, stuff goes wrong in a different way every time, and all you can do is learn from it. At least you got 1.
Yeah, I've got 1, right? So I'll now I think I've got a mint 1, right? They're 0.15, or maybe I think the mint is 0.15.
0.15.
Sorry, no, 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
1.5.
A little pricey for a mint, but the artwork looks cool and it definitely has hype. So
it has, yeah. So the last time this happened, it was the Tombstone High Society, and they're now at 14. So I'm definitely gonna mint 1. Hope I get like a semi-rare one at least.
You hope you get a semi.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it happens to me all the time over NFTs, but what can you do?
I think when I flipped my camera down earlier, you already saw my.
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
We'll cut that bit out maybe, but
I'm not editing. I'm not editing.
Don't worry about it. So let's talk about it. They're just my troubles in the NFT world. So it's like you said, it has got cool art. It's got a cool story behind it. If you scroll down a little bit, we'll start to read through some of the what it has to, because there isn't a very long white paper on it. So they've got these. I'll just up a little bit. You can see they've got attributes. So the longer you hold them in your wallet, your attributes go up, which is an incentive for it not to be listed.
So you don't have to stake it. You just have to hold it.
No, they said just by holding it in your wallet.
And not having it listed.
Yeah, just having it unlisted means your statistics for future battles or so if the stats are going up, right, it should be worth more. So just by holding it, it's becoming more valuable. Then there is staking.
Well, unless they're all just not listed, in which case they'll all just go up at the same rate.
But someone has to blink first, right? Someone has to.
Probably, like when stuff is staked, in my experience, at least 80% tends to be staked. So some of them will be relatively losing value based on the fact that they are listed, but how much of an advantage is it if everyone else is doing it?
It's just for whoever holds longest. You've got to try and pick that point, I guess, that when's the if you are going to sell it, because this would be, I think, a pretty good hold. This is going to be one I'm really going to regret not holding on to those 3 other tokens.
So is it Matt, you've got to just stop, going over the past when stuff happened. Like, at least you did get 1 token. It's good.
Right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. It's all a learning curve, right? And this is why we're sharing now, so other people can learn from our mistakes and hopefully not make the same ones.
Is it like a card game or something? Right?
No, not yet to be determined. But they've got this thing called the tea house, which is basically their staking. So if you scroll down a little bit, and there is something interesting in here somewhere that they talk about. Oh, to get into the Degen Dojo DAO.
Discord.
It's all organised through the Discord.
Is it actually a DAO? A lot of people say DAO when it's just a Discord group.
Yeah, no. Well, this says the DAO, and but to get in it, it said Dojo blood has to be spilt, which makes me feel like you have to burn one. And I've only got one. So
interesting. Maybe it'll be worth buying another one after mint.
Yeah, we'll see. Because if they're anything like Tombstone, there'll be 6 Solana straight out of the bat. So people are paying 2 Sol for them now. But although Tombstone, they were paying 4 for the 4 and up to 5.
Maybe it's worth buying a white. Did you say whitelisted? Is it a guaranteed?
Yeah.
Mint. So you're paying 2 to get one. That seems pretty cheap. But then you've got to pay 1.5. So you're paying 3.5.
Yeah.
Still seems quite cheap.
Good. So let's. I mean, now buying them at 0.4 seems like a massive bargain. So next time I'll be more aware of that. So
once you've got out of counselling and some months have passed and you've got over the mental anguish.
I'm not sure I'll ever get over some of this stuff.
There's always going to be another good collection next week.
Yeah, but this is cool. I like the art. I like the what I'm seeing from the team and the Discord. Roadmap seems cool. But this will be a flip for me. I think I'll probably because the one I've kept is in the 15 Sol to $1 million challenge. I'll probably have to flip it. So I'll probably look to get like 8 for it, depending on how rare it is.
All right, interesting. You don't think it's worth? I mean, hold on to it for a bit longer.
Well, maybe. They've set no time limit on the challenge, but I could do with the liquidity to start.
True.
Yeah, having some money to play with. So we'll see. I'm expecting it to be at this point, based on a 2 Solana whitelist, I'm expecting the floor to be a minimum of 4, and it will cost me 1.5. So that's a win, even if it's 4.
It seems pretty good.
Yeah, I think it can get to 8, but I don't think it will go as high as Tombstone to 14. But not in the first 2 weeks.
All right. Anything else on Degen Dojo?
No. That's it for now.
On to Metawana.
All right. So
you minted it. Well, tell us what this is briefly.
Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of a double game. It's a farming game and it's a battle game. Battle game not launched yet. Farming game will be first, and it's all to do with growing marijuana for their token, which I've forgotten the name of. Might just be Wana.
Oh, I've just sent you a link in your Discord, by the way. Yeah, so Nug Lover is some kind of weed reference, I'm guessing, which is what this is named after.
Yes.
So you minted this a couple of weeks ago, I think, was it?
Probably 3 weeks ago. And then, so there's a story behind this one as well. So they said the mint price was 0.42. When we minted, it was actually free. So I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, they pretended they didn't screw up, but they almost said
not entirely sure if they did or not. And the fact that they're releasing these baby buds makes me feel like this was perhaps an afterthought.
How much would you laugh if they released the baby buds And they're also free by accident.
Wow, that would be amazing.
It's an obvious joke, but clearly they're smoking too much weed when they're at work. I mean, I'm sure no one's made that joke before.
They all have ties to the marijuana business in America, like selling it legitimately, and they're trying to run this like a business. So I like what I've seen from the guys.
Yeah, it seems cool. I'm giving them shit,
just,
but it seems like a cool project.
The farming I'm interested in. It does look cool. The baby buds have utility, so they're now. If you owned the original nugs, you got whitelist for the baby buds, and that's minting in 5 days, and the mint price is 1.25. They started at 2, and the Discord haggled them down to like 1.25.
Yeah, 2's way too high.
Yeah. So we've done that, and they're be 1.25. So I'll be minting them. I've got 2 in my normal wallet, and I've got 3 in the challenge wallet. I don't know if I'll mint all of those.
So you need to hold an original one in order to mint one of the nugs?
No, you only needed to get whitelist. So this is the lesson learnt with this. So I thought that I knew they would go down a little bit. I knew the original nugs would go down in price a bit once the whitelist tokens were given out. But they've gone from, I was buying at 2.4, and they've gone down to 1. They've gone down way more than I thought. So what I would have been way better off not buying any at all, waiting for the whitelist to go out, buying the whitelist on Famous Fox, and then buying these at 1. If you can never sort of time the market perfectly, but even buying a whitelist at 0.1, 0.15, and buying these at 1.5 or even 2 was actually slightly better than me buying at 2.4.
It seems like buying whitelist is a pretty smart way to go on a lot of projects.
Absolutely, yeah, it is.
Because most people don't even know about it. Most people don't know about Famous Fox token market, that you can buy tokens on there.
It's weird because enough people know about it to sell them. So what I'm wondering is, these are people who are perhaps in perhaps these are kids, and flipping for $20 is great if they're just at home all day grinding on Discords to get whitelist, and they're quite happy to sell these for $20.
Especially if you're in a developing country, $20 is a few hours work.
Yeah. So they might just be doing that just in 100 Discords and getting whitelist, and then they can make maybe a couple of $100 a week just flipping whitelist tokens, and they're happy doing that. So maybe that's why there's so many people who are selling them on there. But yeah, how more people don't know about it?
I think they're starting to know about it, and it's getting more and more popular. I mean, presumably there'll be other token marketplaces that launch at some point. I'm surprised Magic Eden aren't doing it.
There's something new, right? There's another NFT you can buy. I should have prepped this. I think they're called like Blockmasters or something like that. They're probably on the homepage of Magic Eden if you want to quickly go there. It's worth talking about.
Okay, give me a second.
We'll come back to Metawana in a sec.
So this is something to do with the whitelist?
Yeah.
What's it called? Blockbusters?
That's
with Bob.
We should bring that back. Just go to the homepage of Magic Eden, and then it's in like popular collections.
In collections?
Yeah, I think it's Blockmasters. It kind of looks like a old samurais with hats.
This is what I'm getting.
Blocksmith Labs.
Oh yeah, I've seen these.
Right. So what these Blocksmith Labs, what they're doing is offering. They've got a technique for using Discord to give out whitelists, so you don't need the token. So you log into Blocksmith Labs. You give them your.
Which token don't you need?
You don't need a whitelist token.
So what are they giving out on Discord? Nothing. Exactly?
So their software allows the members of the Discord to say, these 1,000 wallets get whitelist.
So when it mints, the Discord's taken a snapshot of all the wallet addresses, and when you try and mint, you need to have one of those wallet addresses.
Yeah. And
then you can't resell it. You'd have to resell your whole wallet.
Yeah, they're facilitating that. So it's only the wallet that gets its wallet access to the mint, not token access.
So what's that got to do with Blocksmith Labs?
So that's their Blocksmith Labs get the project who want to use their software pays them to do it.
And the NFT gives you what?
Which I don't know. kick back on that, I presume. But they're basically producing stuff, a bit like Famous Fox. So they're producing tools for NFTs, and that's the main one that I've seen being used so far. It's the main use case. So it wasn't really a review of Blocksmith, but it was more a point of, tokens. I mean, I love the fact that people can grind in Discord and make a bit of money just from doing grinding in Discord. But it's possible that people move away from this and they go for this wallet link instead.
Yeah, I like the description. Blocksmith Labs is a team of experienced engineers aiming to solve real problems on Solana whilst providing utility to our holders. We're building a community of builders. So I don't know what the NFT is for. I presume it has some utility.
Yeah, the thing is, there's 100 like that I've read. I've
seen a few.
Yeah. So but these ones, I started to hear a little bit about them. And by then they were already at 8, and I was thinking, okay,
was there Candy Canes or something was one? There's a few others.
Yeah, that's one I haven't looked at for a while. Yeah, they had the name of. That was some kind of bot to buy. But anyway.
What happened to them, or someone like them, was Magic Eden changed their API, and what they were doing with the API was no longer possible, so the price just tanked. But my problem with all of these, I don't know if this is using this business model, it might be, is if you need to buy something to get utility, it's a one-off purchase. So it's not a steady income stream. If you're doing software as a service, you need regular income. So if people, even if you get a percentage of each sale, if you get a load of money up front, and then you get far less money from a percentage of ongoing sales, then you're incentivized as the software developers to rug. What you really want, and what we're doing with NFT Shake, is regular income, so you can keep funding your software. It would be like buying an NFT to access Microsoft Office 365 for the rest of time, and the only money Microsoft gets is when you initially buy the NFT and a tiny bit of resale value. So hopefully that's not what they're doing. I don't think that business model works and incentivizes people to rug.
Yeah, good point. Just click on one. Click on one so we can see the new. Click the activity.
Oh yeah, this is a new. Magic. Just to say, Magic Eden. They've innovated really quickly since they launched, and they seem to be innovating even faster now. Opensea is trying to eat their lunch. So this graph display is very similar to what's on Opensea for Ethereum NFTs, which is super handy. I've wanted this for a long time. Yeah. And you can just go back as far as you like in a collection, and this is super fast as well. So see what the price and the volume are.
This is better than a lot of the ones out there, like Soul Sniper and the other websites. They only go back 30 days for free.
Yeah.
But this one, so they're. I won't need to use those anymore because ME are providing it for free.
This is really good.
Yeah, I think just so people are aware, I think you work this out that the it's the closing price that ends up. So we've seen some that have been sold for higher, but it's
so that is how it works.
Recorded.
Is that how it works?
I think so. I think you speculated that's what it is, and I think so. Yeah. So it could have been one that a Blocksmith Labs was sold at 18, but it's with the closing floor price at a given point in time. I think rather than having, then you don't get those spikes, right? So if someone accidentally sells one for like 5, or someone else buys one for 180.
But that wouldn't be floor though, would it? This is just tracking floor price.
Yeah, well, it would be floor if no one bought it, but yeah. So if it shows,
so it must be the cheapest one when the cheapest one listed is sold. That is a floor price sale, and presumably that's what's being listed here. And maybe it's the last floor price sale of the day that they list.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's something.
Otherwise, what would you do? Average it, and that's the price no one's ever paid. Or you take the highest one of the day or the lowest one of the day?
Yeah, you see,
or the average? Yeah, it's not an easy thing, is it?
No, it's just it's a guide. It's not going to show you that.
We don't need the exact figures, but this is just really handy.
Good to see the trend, right? There's clear trend there, going up, right? So
yeah, that's cool. All right, we'll keep an eye on this one. You going to buy one? That's pretty high. That is pretty high floor.
Well, no, I didn't buy 8, so no.
All right then, on to that's their website. BR1. This is on Fractal. Tell us what BR1 is.
All right, so worth mentioning just briefly. This is a third-person shooter, as you can see here. Monkeys versus droids, or apes versus droids. For some reason, everyone loves apes until we get bored of them.
Really? Oh, very good. Very good. By the way, I'm not lactating. I just spilled some water on my shirt here that's just showing up on camera. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. So these have been around a while, and they've just launched on Fractal because the next mint is going to be on Fractal. We love Fractal here. So I watched a video with Justin Can and one of the guys from BR1, and there's an airdrop coming. So if you own BR1 Ape, you get airdropped a droid for free, and you get a whitelist to mint one for 2 Solana. So that sounded like pretty much a bargain for me. So I got one at 6.5, and I picked up a rare one for 8.
6.5.
Yeah. Now the floor is 7, I want to say. If you scroll down a touch, we can see. Oh, okay. Yeah. 6.99. So
what's this upcoming mint?
Yeah, so that's the droids. So if you get airdropped a droid for free, if you own the ape, and also you get a whitelist to mint one, which is a guaranteed mint, and then there's an additional 2,500.
So you get one free, and you can mint another one, but you pay.
And then there's an additional 2,500 whitelist tokens going out to Fractal holders, and then I think that'll be pretty much a free for all on those. Mint price still 2 Solana. But there's 100,000 Fractal owners, right? So there's 100,000 whitelists going out, I think. So I've got 8 Fractals, so I'll have another 8 whitelists, I think. But I'll take my free one, my free 2, unless I took one before.
Is there a special need for Fractals to have a certain type, or?
No. So it's just all Fractals as far as I'm aware, as of a couple of days ago.
I'm really tempted to get some more Fractals. I've got 2 at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just get free stuff.
Desperate to get the Hexa, but haven't got liquidity. Don't know what the price is right now. Don't want to look. Haven't got liquidity. But
what was that? You want me to look at the price at the moment?
Well, anyway, these droids are minting in 7 days. The game does look pretty good, and there's some cool stuff about this game, right? So the plan is you play $1, or you pay a certain amount to play it, and if you pay $1, you get either 10% or $1 for every kill that you
so
make
it's kind
in the
of
game.
Gambling. What would be the closest equivalent to this in the real world? Like poker, kind of. You all put money in, and then whoever wins the pot, kind of thing.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's like winning. It's like kind of knockout poker. You knock someone out, you get their $1. So it's kind of like that. But I mean, this sounds really cool to me. Instead of it just being like a small map where there's 10 or 20 people and you'll shoot each other, and once you're all dead or respawned or whatever, then it's game over. This is like a massive map with enough, so you can have 200 people drop into this map, and you're all dropped on the outside of the map with incentives to go towards the center of the map, because that's where all the health packs and extra weapons and stuff are. But it's actually as you get further into the map, it's harder to get back out. So it concentrates the fighting towards.
So does the game ever end, or can new people keep joining?
Yeah, you can keep respawning, which costs you $1.
So the game's always open.
Yeah, I think so. But $1. So the minimum one will be $1 buy-in, and then you get $1 for every kill, right? So you might just at the start. Because you can play this now. People are honing their skills right now.
But it's not. You can't. You're not paying yet.
No, it's just free right now.
So it's kind of gambling then.
Yep.
Isn't it? Interesting.
Yeah, but it does sound cool. It looks pretty cool. It's not the greatest, but it looks pretty cool. And I'm desperate to get my ape, my unique, and each one's completely unique. So no one.
So you get a 3D, you get a voxel or something.
Well, it's just within the game. Yeah, what you mint is your character in the game. And I think that's pretty cool. So I've got a couple of these, got a rare and I just bought the floor. So I bought the floor at 6.5. Within 5 minutes, the floor was 8.
Well, people heard you bought it. I mean, that's clearly
the Discord was going crazy.
Happening.
Yeah, they couldn't believe it. And I was there first. I was first in the Discord because it said Fractal said you could fill in a form. Actually, you have to. Oh, I need to pause for 1 second.
Sorry, we had an emergency there. Dan, what were you saying? Something about BR1.
Yeah, can't remember.
Well, something I was going to say, and something we were discussing earlier, is there's a project we like called MetaOps, which is a first-person shooter like this. Looks really cool. The price is a bit low at the moment, and one of the hypotheses for this is that their PFPs, profile pictures, aren't that great, to be honest. And I don't know if they're planning to update them, but the ones for BR1 are the actual character you'll use in the game. It looks like some kind of fleshed out 3D model or something. And the floor is much higher on this one. Do you think that's the reason, or?
I think these guys have done a better job than MetaOps. I definitely think if MetaOps
in the game or in the PFP or?
Yeah, both.
Right. So the game looks better, you think?
And I like the idea of this big map, and you all just dollar buy in and all like have a shoot up. And
how does MetaOps work? Is there a gambling aspect?
Yeah, there is a game, but there's no pay to play yet, and they haven't said how that's going to work out yet. But the main, to be fair, I haven't played the game, so I can't really judge.
It's just our initial impression. We're not slating MetaOps. It looks cool. We hope it does well. It probably will.
Looks awesome. It looks awesome. But I just think that if they'd have created some really sick PFPs that were really individual, and the rare ones actually looked rare, because the rare PFPs on MetaOps, there's almost no distinction between that and a common.
Yeah, like NFTs are all about. Almost all of them are all about the art in the NFT, even here. So what you want is a really detailed, cool, individual PFP of some description, that one you can use in the game that looks the same. That's super cool, and MetaOps haven't done a very good job at that. Is my opinion, right? And I kind of agree, actually.
This isn't ideal either, right? If you've got a really rare ape here, you might want to flex that. You might want to say, look at my ape on Twitter, Instagram, wherever.
They'll see you in the game. They'll see you playing the game, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's that guy."
You'll be in the game, but not everyone plays the game, right? So you wanted to say, "Oh, wow, I want people to ask you about it." I can't see people using these as their PFP.
Now, this is better than MetaOps.
Yeah,
for sure. But it's I'm not loving it. I really like Meebits. I'm a Meebits guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that doesn't have a game. There's no game.
They did a great job.
So I mean, I guess to put a lot of time into a PFP or 3D model and actually make a game, like that's an insanely big amount of work. So I mean, that's kind of AAA tens of millions of dollars territory to get a really good game and get really good like voxel models or PFPs that go in the game, and to nail all of that, something no one's ever done. So this is obviously a lot of work. It's obviously very difficult. BR1 seems to be doing a pretty good job at it compared to everyone else at the moment.
Yeah, I was hoping these would go a bit higher. I remember what I was talking about. I was first in the Discord, because you have to fill out a form for Fractal to get the whitelist. So it's not just 100,000 whitelist drops. You do have to fill out a form.
Just to show you're interested.
Yeah.
That makes sense, because you don't want to be airdropping valuable stuff to people you've never heard of a project.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that. So I was first in the Discord and said, like, "Oh, where's this form?" And the mods were like, "What form?" And I said, "Yeah, this form." And there's no other whitelist, only this. And I had to tell them, like, no, this is breaking news. It's posted on Fractal. They literally just emailed me, and I've seen the Twitter link, and it's all in Discord. And I knew about that before the mods of BR1. And then when the devs came in, and they explained it all. So
how did you find out about it so quickly?
Fractal posted it on their Discord, Twitter, and it appeared on the Fractal homepage. And Jason, I always call him Jason. Justin Can released a video as well, interviewing one of the guys. Yeah,
I mean, this is proper Wild West stuff, isn't it? It's why there's so much opportunity here. No one's done any of this before. People are figuring it out as they go along, which is great because it means anything can happen. We can get cool new stuff whenever they think of it, but it's not going to be slick. It's not going to be, perfectly up to the right. It's not going to be predictable. People will make mistakes. Not everything will be perfect, but that's part of the territory. If you catch
a big one, it could be life changing money.
Exactly. This looks pretty cool. Yeah. Do we know when the game's launched now on like practice mode?
You can play now, just not play to earn yet.
It works. Then we're pretty confident it works. Obviously.
Yep.
Brilliant. All right. Anything else on BR1?
No, that's it for now.
And then finally, Akari, which to me sounds like Akira. Not knowing much about manga, is that just a rip-off of the name Akira, or does it mean something in Japanese, or do we know?
Not sure. I just wanted to briefly mention these. So the floor has recently dropped. It was I got one about like 7, and you can stake these. You can earn glow, and the cool thing about these is, which I really liked, which is why I bought in, is you stake your Akari, and with a certain amount of glow, don't know how much yet, you pay to send them off on a mission, and that'll be a locked period. I don't know, 7 days. Don't know how long yet, and then they can come back with items. I want to say scrolls, but it's not scrolls. It's
sounds a bit like remnants.
Is that a similar thing?
Yeah, I really wanted to buy a remnant at 5. They are now between 15 and 20, so that went well. So I've never played it, but as I understand it, that's a game where it's like a post-apocalyptic thing, and you send them out to get supplies and things. Remnants on loot trips through the valley in search of loot. Upgrade your camp to generate tokens and increase your power within Longwood. So it seems like it's sort of an anime version of that.
I like the art for Remnants, and I like the art for these too. So I picked one up at like 7, and because I wanted to try the staking.
So is the game playable yet?
You can't do it yet, no. It's really early. Check the activity. You can see how long it's been live, like the end of March, 30th of March. So cool. Immediate spike. Does it say? It doesn't say there's 7 there, does it? What?
7? What do you mean 7?
7 soul.
The floor. The floor. Max. The max floor is 4.98 listed on there, so it must be an average.
It is some kind of maybe it's the average sale price, but I mean no, the average sale price is higher now. So
no, the average floor in that 24-hour period would be my guess. Because let's say you sell 10 NFTs in a day, and the floor when the floor was sold, 10 were sold at floor, and one of them was 1, 2 of them were 5, 3 of them were 10, and the rest were 20. What do you mark the floor as on that day? On this graph, do you take an average?
Yeah, I just don't think they've got this right yet, because
well, what would you do? Would you take the highest floor or the lowest floor for the day?
Well, I'm not sure, but I know this is wrong.
I don't think there's a correct answer. That's the problem. It's a difficult problem.
Yeah, so I bought mine. The floor was 7.5, and one popped up at 7.2, which I liked the look of, so I grabbed it. And
do you remember what day that was?
Like 3 days ago.
So it could just be that,
and the floor stayed around. It went no lower than 6.8, 6.9
for the whole calendar day.
Period. Yeah, absolutely.
Based on say East Coast time, US.
It's only just gone under 6.
So what you're saying is there's a conspiracy against you, and they're basically stealing your money. I mean,
absolutely. That's not quite. I don't think that it's a guide, but I don't think that's working correctly yet. But these are now 4 points.
Well, it lines up with the current floor, roughly. Yeah, maybe there's a bug. Maybe it's doing some kind of average. Maybe it takes the minimum floor in a 24-hour period.
You got it set on 30 days. Yeah, what's 7 days? Yeah.
Oh, is that? Hold on. So, but four is at the bottom of this graph. The graph's changed, so that is correct.
Okay.
I'm just zooming in and out here.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, anyway, I thought these were cool. I bought mine at 7. I'll be holding it. I think long term, I think this is not even long term, just medium term, another month or so. I expect it to be higher. And I'll send it out on a mission. I can't remember what they're called. I want to call them scrolls, but they're not scrolls. They're something else. But you can get you get a free NFT, and there's only 444 of them. So you'd be pretty lucky to get one, but I want to give it a go.
So you send it on a mission, and you don't see it doing anything. It will just come back in a few days with stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like those old school text adventures, almost, just without the text.
Yeah. So it's
Kinda
a way
cool,
of burning glow, and So I'll give it a go. See what happens.
Brilliant. That looks cool. I'm kind of tempted to get one of those if I have enough liquidity.
Now it's 4. I mean, 4.
5 basically, 4.98.
Oh, is it 9.8? Okay.
9.8. But I'd really like a remnant as well, but 14's a bit high.
Oh, that one with the wolf hat is cool, man.
It's like, it reminds me of someone who I won't talk about. Cool. Okay. So anything else to discuss today, Dan?
That's it. That's it for the new ones to talk about. Guess we want to talk about NFT Shake a little bit.
We didn't discuss NFT Shake today, did we? So NFT Shake is a service we're offering to. NFT Shake is the name of this channel, and it's also a monthly subscription Solana service where you can pay from $19 a month. That's not completely fixed, that fee yet. We're not sure what the base fee will be, but maybe from $19 a month. And we do thousands of hours of NFT research, and we know a lot of people are too busy to do all the research themselves, but they want to get into NFTs. They think it's a good investment. So we can do the research. We can. It's a monthly subscription service, so you pay that every month. We pick what we think are the best NFTs within your budget. We drop them into your wallet every month, and we also help you out with things like staking or anything else that could be advantageous. So really, NFTs are a full-time job. We spend a lot of hours on it. So really, you're benefiting from our knowledge of the collections and the research we've done without having to do the work yourself. Brilliant. So to go to nftshake.io. If you go to sign up, you can sign up on there and get more information about the service, or you can just join our mailing list. Click on join mailing list, put your email in there, and we've got links to our YouTube and our Twitter and other things on there. So I think that's it for today. Dan, do you have anything else to add?
Like, subscribe, comment. It'd be nice to have some comments and what we're doing, some feedback.
Yeah, comment if you have any good tips for NFT collections. If you disagree with what we've said, if you agree with what we've said, please leave it in the comments below, and we will see you guys in the metaverse.
All right, bye guys.